you, Dr. Maitre, and especially thank you to Akram Bhai for inviting me to this World Education Conference. It's my pleasure to be here, connecting online with the educationists of the world.
All people from the field of education who want to ensure that education becomes something which will yield results, not the way it has been going on, want to change. And I can see that almost 400 people have been participating in this. We have had deliberations for 3 days. I sincerely want to congratulate each one who has attended this and each one who has
Thank you to the organizers here today for inviting me to this discussion. I was listening very carefully and attentively to our Honorable Minister from Delhi, and you have rightly mentioned this, that Delhi is now becoming model to the world, and the experience of Delhi can be replicated across the region, and we have so much to learn from it because we all have almost similar types of challenges in our education system.
Good afternoon to all the academic luminaries from different parts of the global participating in these sessions of the World Education Conference 2021. The organizer of this conference, the Policy Times, ladies and gentlemen who are joining the session through social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. It is a moment.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're watching the Policy Times. Policy Times is India's one of the unique and first world's media promoting development journalism and policy advocacy. So we as a MediaCom strategic think tank, hunting and reaching out to across India to find out some innovators, find out some startups who are bringing silent revolution to the country. Now, as we are talking, I'm really honored and very happy you have been part of the Global Startup and Innovation Show, where we are identifying unique innovators from across India whose contribution may not be on the front line or in the prime time, but one day they are becoming or going to become, and their ventures are becoming one of the most game changers or influential platforms across India and across the world. Now, just to give a quick recap, the electronic component manufacturing industry is one of the biggest industries in the world. The global industry size is around $2 trillion. Indian electronic component manufacturing industry is around $86.4 billion. That too I'm talking about 2016 and 17. But the electro-component production in India is around $47 billion, which means, and out of that also, we are exporting $6 billion of component across the world. We have an entrepreneur, an innovator, the first generation entrepreneur, in fact, and a technocrat, Mr. S.Nagarajan. Mr. S.Nagarajan is the managing director and founder of the Frontier Electrocomponents and Systems Private Limited. And now this week's the person of the show that we have today is Mr. S.Nagarajan, who has been bringing a couple of innovations in the electro-component sector. We will hear from him today the innovation that he brought and the change that he is bringing. A couple of his innovations and products are going to revolutionize India and Indian electro-component sector going forward. I want to run a quick small video about his mission and his activity that he is doing and his innovations. But after that, we will shortly interact with him in terms of what he is doing and how his products are unique from others. brief profile of the company that Mr. S.Nagarajan is leading. So without taking any more time, may I request and introduce Mr. S.Nagarajan, who has also been awarded 3 important awards, which I will show a little later. I want to welcome and request Mr. S.Nagarajan, kindly introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey that you have taken through and how it is uniquely contributed.
Namaste. Thanks for having me at the Policy Times. It's my pleasure to be here. Let me talk about myself. Basically, I have done my MS manufacturing from PITS Pilani, and also have done my MBA operations management. Basically, from the manufacturing industry, having more than 25 years of experience in various companies, and especially in ESDM sector, electronic system design and manufacturing. I have came up with a novel idea. It's all towards a National Smart Grid Mission under NSMD, National Smart Meter Program. Thing is, I have unified 2 separate relays, load switch, into a unified single double pole magnetic latching relay, which helps in all kind of IoT based devices. As a case, today we are talking about converting all of our digital meters into smart energy meter. So our relay plays a significant role in all these smart energy meters. This is the device which connects and disconnects the smart energy meters from the data center. And the same device, this relay, also has been used in various applications like smart street lights. Even we are coming up with new kind of devices, especially for Indian market, like 3-phase changeover, DOL starter motor, ACCL, automatic current change limiter, like that, a variety of devices. When we talk about this particular product, it is a green product. It saves a lot of energy, and we are the first company who are coming up with a manufacturing facility for this product in India. And I have came up with a novel idea so that we can integrate the 2 relays into single double pole relay, so that it will save space, it will save time towards assembly and testing when meter getting manufactured, and it gets miniaturized, and at the end it will save a lot of cost to our nation. Our estimate is around about 2,000 crores we can save to our country. We have about 25 crores of digital meters. All these meters are going to get converted into smart energy meter, and our relays are going to get used in those meters. And if you see the reason why India has to get transformed into smart energy meters, it's all towards aggregate technical and commercial loss. Smart energy meters will reduce the AT&C loss, and it is estimated right now it's about $16 billion per year. We are losing as AT&C loss. And smart energy meters is going to bring all these losses into zero, and it will completely reduce the manual intervention, and we can manage by sitting in the data center. So the communication flow is from top to down rather from down to top, which is more healthier. So for sure, yes, we need this technology to our country.
Thank you. Sir, one important question. The very general perception is that the electronic manufacturing industry is very difficult in a country like India. China has mastered this thing. What are the challenges? Because you are actually specialized in this sector, and I also want to say that South India has gifted India a lot, from APJ Abdul Kalam to a lot of innovators which came from South India. Again, you are from Vellore, Tamil Nadu, coming out and bringing such kind of innovation. A couple of days ago, the news is that Hyderabad is producing 40% of the vaccine manufacturing that is happening in India. So now this electronic manufacturing, again, I see as a game changer, as we are blocking a little of Chinese market here, and Indian industry is being promoted much. What are the challenges you are facing, or you have been facing, and what are the opportunities you see, sir, in this electronic manufacturing?
But first, let me talk about the challenges. Yeah, the first challenge is ecosystem. Unfortunately, a lot of micro level components are not manufactured in our country, and we have to largely depend on imports. So I think that has to be reduced. That gap has to be largely reduced, and the government is taking a lot of measures like National Policy of Electronics 2019, which is really helping us. And I would say, if we talk about innovation, it is mostly in the MSME companies. As a case, Germany, most of the innovation happens at MSME companies. It is not in the bigger OEMs. Same in case of ours, a lot of small entrepreneurs have good ideas, but the gap is the ecosystem, access to finance, the cost of finance, the supply chain, and even to an extent test labs. We don't have much bigger test labs, and also I would say knowledge level, the know-hows in the supplier end, in the whole complete value chain. I think these are all the gaps that we have. I can summarize like still we have to improve a lot in test labs, where we have to do validation of the products, and of course when we have to do R&D, we have to spend a lot of money. So access to finance and cost of finance is very important. Same way, micro level components has to be manufactured here, and of course I think we are in the stream now. Things are really shaping up, and I'm sure in the forthcoming years things will really transform. Otherwise, yes, we have a lot of talents in our country.
Now, coming back here, despite all such challenges, you have been awarded as one of the most innovative startups and MSMEs of the country, of the world. You have got the MSME award. You have also recently got the best R&D farm award. Now, I just want to understand from here, despite all such challenges, what are the unique kind of innovations that you brought? If you can elaborate some of the innovations you brought through your product, which can revolutionize in India and many of the countries in the world.
So the real innovation is towards this really. Actually, we have completely designed product as well as sub-components. As I was saying, we are the first company in India who are going to manufacture this product. So I have taken care of the complete value chain. That means each micro-level components can be manufactured. So the micro details has to be defined and designed. The technical derivations, specifications has been done. And simply, the technology has to be developed towards product as well as process. That we have taken care. And this product, yes, it's towards the Internet of Things. So any we need this product, and we have taken care so that yes, it should be also cost competitive. So we have used right material and never the substandard. Simply optimizing the design. It has played a very important role because we need miniaturized product as well as a durable product. So as a case, smart energy meter, it should be guaranteed for at least 5 years, above 5 years. So our product should also be durable for more than that. Of course, in European countries, smart energy meters are used for more than 10 years. So we have taken double the time so that each and every component has taken care with respect to design, material specification, production technology, even handling of components, sub-components, assembling it very carefully, and the process design while assembly also has been taken care. The joining of material, micro welding technology, those kind of areas. Same way test parameters, all kind of testing, because it has to pass through BIS standard, IS 16244, as like smart energy meters. So we have taken care both product and process technology in our end as well as in our suppliers and sub-suppliers end.
Excellent. Sir, now I want to know, what is your growth strategy to expand your business, especially sales across India? And also, are you targeting some global markets, some other countries, so that your product, the innovation that you brought in, reaches out there and benefits those? Any growth strategy, growth roadmap?
Yes. I am proud to say this particular product I have developed for northeastern part of our country. Okay, so that is what in my mind from year 2018, when I have incorporated my company and have done this innovation. So we are planning to have a facility at Guwahati. We are in touch with the government of Assam, and MIT, Ministry of Electronics, is coming up with an electronic manufacturing cluster at Guwahati, and they are inviting entrepreneurs like us. And this particular cluster is specialized in smart energy meters and IoT-based devices. So our immediate goal, I would say, is to establish a facility at Guwahati and giving employment to northeastern people of our country. This is one thing towards India. In fact, I just want to introduce my daughter, S.Nagarajan. She is also director of our company, and I am planning her to send. She's doing BCom right now, and I am planning to send her to Australia by next year. Because this device right now, it has been produced by most of the Chinese companies.
Exactly.
Okay, I would say 90% of the market has been occupied by the Chinese companies globally. And now we are completely indigenous the product and process technology. So my plan is to establish a facility at Australia in the forthcoming years. And Nagesh can handle this. This is our midterm plan. And in fact, we are also thinking.
Sir, I would be very, so all the viewers who are watching us will be watching on this program. I would like to know what kind of collaborations that you are expecting, whether it is in Australia or in Assam. What kind of stakeholders or buyers or seller or clients you are looking for, and what kind of collaboration would you like to explore with them?
Okay, so our customers are basically smart energy meters, smart street light manufacturers, then APFC panel manufacturers. I would say we are the first company coming up with the intelligent compound switch for APFC panels. So the collaborators are all these manufacturers of energy meters, smart street light, and even other IoT-based devices. If you see all these electronic devices like washing machine, air conditioners, it is all going to be IoT. So they are all our stakeholders. So they are going to get benefited. And we are also open. Gradually, we will dilute our shares. We can bring them in also in our company. We are open for that. And this is what our strategy.
Exactly. The last point I was about to come. One of the challenges in business you also mentioned is financing or fundraising and the cost of funding. I want to have a little your opinion. What kind of innovating fundraising opportunities you are open up to discuss, and what kind of people or investors or fundraising companies you are looking for, and you are exploring the collaboration with?
See, in the year 2015, Government of India has came up with the Electronic Development Fund. About 10,000 crores has been allotted to promote R&D and startups in our country. So, as I was saying, we promote National Policy of Electronics. EDF, Electronic Development Fund, falls under this. So we are going to approach EDF. Canbank Venture Capital is the nodal agency, and there are daughter funds. So yes, our quite immediate action is to interact with Canbank Venture and try to bring EDF funds in our company to establish a factory at Guwahati. This is one thing. Same way, alternate investment fund, which is open for all startups and new entrepreneurs. Yes, we are going to approach CB also, if and then required. Yes.
Exactly. Excellent. Thank you so much. Sir, any last comment or advice or suggestion to the upcoming budding entrepreneurs like you who are bringing kind of innovation and different expertise, and also hundreds and millions of students who are now currently studying, but tomorrow they will be either going for job or many entrepreneurship ventures. So any suggestion or recommendation or message for them?
Yeah. Thing is, it's both way, government and also the people. It's our both, we both are responsible to develop this nation. So, as you rightly say, the young generation, they have to play a significant role in innovation, and there are a lot of opportunities which they want to get exposed, like electronic development fund. A lot of incentives has been given to promote electronic manufacturing, ESDM sector. These all the young electronic engineers, they should get exposed, explored, and they have to come up with a new idea where it will bring a lot of employment to our nation, and also it will reduce foreign exchange, because right now electronic goods are getting imported largely. By innovation, they can overcome and reduce the current account deficit of our country.
Thank you so much. This was S.Nagarajan, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of Frontiers Electrocomponents and Systems Private Limited, one of the budding and leading entrepreneurs come technocrat whose products are going to bring a lot of revolution across India, and also we're looking for across the world. Now our advisor and chairman of this series, Dr. P. Shekhar, is also with us. May I request Dr. Shekhar to kindly share your view on the perspectives that we discussed in the episode today.
Thank you, Akram. Thanks to Mr. Nagarajan for the excellent exposition of this particular technology which he has developed. I'm also very glad to know that he has already started getting a lot of awards, which generally comes after a long time. That means he has made the right beginning, he has made the right innovation so that it can be appreciated by the government, because in this particular field of electrical come electronics, which is trying to handle, government is the biggest buyer, directly or indirectly. It is not a consumer, even though finally it will be at a consumer home, but buyer will be government, because he is talking of electrical installation, automation, trying to tie up with the IoT, trying to have, that means IT, ICT, IoT plus AI, all the things will come. AI from a lower degree in the beginning, later it will be at a much higher level. Now, another thing which I noted was that, how he is manufacturing, why he is manufacturing, and how he can expand. Because companies like him can do wonders, because today, even though many of the things are imported, most of the R&D is done in India. Today, even for application-specific ICs, full design is done in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, and so on and so forth. And Chennai itself is a very big hub. So that people are available with that type of knowledge. As he goes forward with his plan of setting up something in Assam, something in Australia, the core R&D team can be around him, core R&D team. So that when he explosively expands, because there's a field, as Akram had pointed out, has almost $42 billion worth of things which are being imported, and which will go up by the day, which will go up by every day, because the users are so many and its utilities are so many. The very smallest thing, right from an AC to a cleaner to everything needs this type of equipment, and his thing will be controlling, and then he can introduce newer and newer features. And I'm sure he must be thinking of it. As an innovator, they will not fall short of ideas. And today, ideas are good. So people like him are somebody who has to be encouraged. I'm sure he would look for funds. And I'm sure funders also would look for people like him. Because innovation is not trading. Innovation is something which has to be inborn, which has to finally see that it is being used properly and used effectively and used globally. All the things are coming in his action. So he is somebody whom, even tomorrow China may buy from him. Because China also incidentally buys a lot of things from India. May not be in the order in which we may like. We know some people who are doing electronic items in India and exporting to China. And I'm sure his product type of print can even go to such places. But other places would gladly welcome. Europe and USA and Middle East and all, Africa would be too glad to take a product like his. Other thing, of course, is his quality has to be good and his reliability has to be good. His certification by agencies for quality, reliability, consistency, they all have to be there. I'm sure much of it he must be having. If not, he should ensure that these are there with him. And he should make enough funding arrangement for growth, because funding is something which should not let him down. Because people are ready to fund for such companies which are trying to expand, and funders also should look at this and try to approach and take it to a next level. So with that few words, I would like to congratulate Nagarajan and Akram for this very beautiful presentation, for very beautiful way of approach. And I'm sure it will benefit the consumer, it will benefit the infrastructure for industrial promotion, not the other infrastructure, and also the funding community in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shekhar. And Mr. S.Nagarajan is our guest today in this episode, where we try to understand and discuss his innovation, his product, and his journey. In the next episode, we will bring another expert, another guest, and we will discuss about his innovation. Thank you. Keep watching. If you like what Policy Times is doing, do subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel, YouTube page, so that you can avail and understand all the experts who will be sharing their views. They will be sharing their model, which can be an inspiration to your future business and goals. Thank you. Keep watching the Policy Times.